Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 20-ish of Vado. I'm feeling pretty proud. I'm like on a roll with Vado. And I've already started planning next year's reading, and I'm just feeling very good today. So today's video is like a month late. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. September 21st-ish was the official first day of fall, and I actually filmed 2 fall TBR videos. And do you have one yet? No. So here's our 3rd and final TBR video for fall, and I'm starting a month late. So there are 9 books on this TBR. I hope I get through all of them, but if I don't, it's okay. These are all books that I really want to get to sometime soon anyway, so I'm hoping that will help me actually read these. I'm planning next year to do a seasonal TBR that hopefully I read some of, if not all of. I don't expect to read all of them, to be honest, all the books on each of those TBRs, but I would like to read at least a handful. So that's kind of what this is. I want to at least read a handful of these to help guide me on picking my fall TBR a month late. I am going to be participating in the Fall Into Reading Challenge. So they always do, I'll link down below whose channel I saw it on because I don't remember, but they always make this bingo board. Usually there's a bigger board and a smaller board. This year it's only one board, and it only has 9 prompts. So my TBR is going to be 9 books. I figured that works since I'm also a month late for this. So, let's just do it. The first space on the bingo board is a fantasy. Fall vibes. This is the start of a new series for me, and I think I'm ready. So this is Poison Study. This is Murder, Mayhem, and Magic. You follow a coven of witches. I think this takes place on a university campus, and honestly, it just screams the Ravens vibes. So the Ravens is a duology. There's also the Monarchs by Cass Morgan and Daniel Page. This gives me Poison Study vibes. I absolutely love the Ravens. I actually loved the entire duology. So I'm a little skeptical on the fact that if I'm even gonna like this book, but I do really want to read. I'm just scared because I loved the Ravens so much. There's no way this one can, be good, but I'm not even sure if they're even the same. I mean, they have the same vibes to me. So low key, if you like the Ravens, try this one, but I haven't read it yet, so don't take that as, take that with a grain of salt. The next one is a historical fiction. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like this is a historical fiction murder mystery with a little sci-fi. I mean, it plays with time. Anyways, this is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. This one's pretty chunky for a murder mystery, but I really enjoyed, look, you don't get a lot of maps in, thrillers or murder mysteries, And then you also are invited. You got like this special invitation. So I believe that you follow from the detective's point of view, which usually is something that I don't like, but this has gone so much hype when it first came out, and you know, it stayed in my mind as something that I might actually like. So you follow this detective who is trying to figure out what happened to Evelyn Hardcastle. She was murdered, I believe, and then he wakes up every single day in a different witness's body and relives the day that Evelyn Hardcastle dies. So it's kind of like Groundhog Day or Happy Death Day meets, I don't know, meets kind of like, I think it takes place in the 1920s. I'm not 100% sure, but I have looked on Goodreads and like 800 people put it as historical fiction. Obviously, it's a thriller, crime mystery, which intrigues me. So here is the next book. The next one we're going to talk about is my contemporary pick. This is a young adult, hard-hitting contemporary that follows this girl named Haley, who was like, I'm pretty sure she was straight A's, you know, she was like the perfect daughter. And then there was this night with the preacher's son, and I'm pretty sure that he assaulted her, and everything changed for Haley that night. So I do really want to read this, but I'm a little nervous for it too. The next book we are going to talk about is Orange on the Cover. Okay, and I might as well just tell you now, the next one after this is classic, but I'm not in the mood to read a classic. I don't read very many classics, and you know what? I'm finally at a point in my life where I'm okay with that. I don't read to impress other people or anything. I read because it's fun for me. So, instead of picking a classic, I have a second book that has orange on the cover. So we have two books that have orange on the cover, and I don't care. We're going to do it. So we have Layover by David Bell and Keep Her Safe by Sophie Hannah. These are both adult thrillers. So Layover follows this man, Joshua, who is basically on the same schedule every single week. He takes the same plane home, and I'm not entirely sure. He travels a lot though. And in this thriller, he meets this woman at this airport, you know, and they have like this instant connection, and then Morgan leaves. That's the name of the girl. And as soon as she gets lost in the crowd, he sees the news on the TV, and he sees her picture as a missing person. And I have no idea what happens after that, but I am excited for this one. And my other orange on the cover is Keep Her Safe by Sophie Hannah. This follows this woman named Kara, who is going to this hotel, as one does, and she put her key card in, and she opened the door. When she opened the door to her room, there is a masked man holding a teenage girl hostage at gunpoint. And of course, because she opened that door, wrong time, wrong everything, now she's involved, and she has to decide, does she run and potentially get that girl in that hotel room killed, or does she get involved and try to help this girl even though she doesn't know this girl, and is it like her place to? And I'm so excited. I'm beyond excited for this one. True story. I have gotten keys to hotel rooms, and I used to be the type that I'm like, ooh, I'm first in, I get to pick, I don't know, I just liked being the first one to go look at the rooms and stuff. But people have been in the rooms that I had a key to, and because they were double booked, and it's been terrifying to me to go into hotel rooms. Now I have this unconscious, I guess it's kind of conscious because I know it's there, but I have this very big fear of walking into a hotel room and something happening. I walked into one hotel room in Vegas one day, and there was this guy, a naked man, in my hotel room, and I just no. So it terrifies me. This type of situation, real life situation, could potentially happen. Scares the bejesus out of me. Okay, now we're going to move on to leaves on cover. So this is a beautiful cover, I have to admit. Ooh, and the book is purple, which is my favorite color. But here, look at the flowers and the leaves. I don't know if you can see, but there's leaves, flowers. I'm counting this. So, What I Carry by Jennifer Longo. This is another hard-hitting young adult contemporary, but this one follows Mira, who is in foster care, and it's just kind of part of her story. So I think it's going to be sad, but I'm ready for it. And next we have a mystery or thriller. I did pick a thriller. I picked Just One Look by Lindsay Cameron. This kind of gives me Attachments vibes by Rainbow Rowell, which, by the way, I've never read. I'm not interested in it, so please take that lightly. But this follows this woman, I don't remember her name, Cassie. Her name is Cassie. But it follows this woman named Cassie who basically is hired by this company to, as security, tech security, kind of, I think. But she basically starts reading these people's emails, and she tones in on this male that works at the company and his conversations with his wife. And she gets very obsessed with him. I don't remember his name, Josh. I don't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. She becomes very obsessed with this guy, and she has to meet him in real life and start dating him, although he's married, so he's not interested in her. So I'm not exactly sure what happens after she becomes obsessed. I think she starts stalking him, though. Just sounds warm and cozy. My definition of warm and cozy and your definition of warm and cozy might be different, and you know what? That's okay. The next one is a short story. So for a short story, I am going to read Archie Volume 5. I do really want to finish all 6 volumes before 2023, and I think that I'm pretty much on track. I mean, we're on Volume 5, and I'm filming this in mid-October, so I could easily read 2 of these volumes. I do have to say that Riverdale is better than the comics, but I'm still highly interested in reading the original comics because this is a remake of the Archie comics. This one is more modern, supposed to more follow Riverdale or give side stories for Riverdale. And I absolutely love Riverdale, the TV show, but I don't know. The comics are okay at best. And then our romance. So I think this is a romantic suspense story, but I'm not entirely sure. This is From Here to You by Jamie McGuire. A woman on the run, a stranger with a secret. I don't know what this book is about. I just found it in the romance section of my bookstore. Okay, and this is my fall TBR. If you've read any of these, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I know I'm a month late with this TBR, but do you think I can do it? I mean, I feel positive that I might be able to get at least a handful of these read, but I'm kind of hoping to read all of them. If I don't this time, it's okay, because like I said, next year I'm going to be doing a seasonal TBR every season, and maybe one of my goals will be to actually finish one and like all the books on that TBR and vlog it or something. That'd be a really good goal to have for myself. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, because I think this part of Vado still. Bye!